Moet, Dom Perignon. These are all owned by the Moet Hennessy brand. Now, as some of you guys might know, LVMH is the parent organization that actually owns Moet Hennessy. So let's get into it. What I'm going to show you guys today on the show, you can apply to any other company. So if you want to research how other companies protect their brands, you can use similar principles in doing that research and doing that analysis. So let's get started. The way to begin is to go to tsdr.uspto.gov. So I'm already there, tsdr.uspto.gov, and then we're going to click on search trademarks. Now, when you're on search trademarks, you're going to want to do a basic word mark search. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to search by owner. So in this case, I'm going to look at just live marks. Now, the reason I'm doing just live marks is because they own quite a few trademarks, but we're going to learn a lot just by looking at the ones that they have that are live. I'm going to go ahead and search Moet Hennessy USA, and I'm going to select owner name, and then I'm going to go ahead and click submit query. And then I'm going to search by image, just so you guys can see the cool types of marks that we're going to be looking at today. And I think right away, you guys are going to see why this content I think is so valuable. So already just by doing a quick scan, what you're going to see is a lot of bottles, a lot of 3D configurations, a lot of designs that are on the actual bottle themselves, they've trademarked. So just as an example, let me open up Google Images and do a quick search. As you can see, a lot of what you're seeing here on this page, we already see glimpses of in Trademark. I'm going to keep this page open to the side, and we're going to analyze it almost side by side next to the various marks that we see. So, I mean, as you can see already, let's just take a look at this mark right here. As you can see, it's a two-dimensional design of a champagne bottle. Interesting. So this is actually intent to use mark, it looks like. So this is an example of a mark that hasn't yet been used in commerce, at least as of the filing date, but that they intend to use. But as you can see, it's very similar looking to a lot. We could probably maybe even find a similar looking bottle. So again, possible to file a trademark on a two-dimensional design of a bottle. So for those of you guys that have beverage companies out there, you might want to consider doing that. Let's take a look at some other interesting marks. Okay, this is really cool. So this is cool because this is the actual label that gets put on the bottle. So it's doesn't have the bottle, but it just has the label. So it's a label design. And again, this is also filed under an intent to use. Let's check out what other, here's another bottle related mark, also filed as an intent to use. See if I can get a better view of what was actually submitted. Again, this is an intent to use mark. I'm gonna zoom in here. Here you go. Here's a nice crisp figure. Now, what's cool is that these are probably bottles that we might be seeing in the near future, or maybe we see it already. Now, similarly, okay, I want you guys to look at what they did here. So not only did they submit a trademark on the design of the bottle with the label, but they also submitted a trademark on the actual label that's affixed to the bottle. So these are two separate marks. You can see that here on the left. If I zoom in here, maybe it'll be a little easier for you guys to see. So do you guys see how this label right here is the subject of an entirely different trademark application right here? So not only did Moet Hennessy file a trademark on the design of the bottle, but they also submitted another trademark on just the label itself. And they did the same thing with this bottle here. So as you can see, here's the bottle application, and then they have a subsequent application that also covers the label that's affixed to the bottle. Get creative, guys. Get creative with your trademark applications and what you submit. I think looking at this particular company is really, really valuable because you get a really, really broad range of ideas for how you can creatively protect your trademarks and your brand. Here's another bottle application down here. As you can see, this is also a trademark application on a bottle. And then if you look at this mark here, there's another one. And again, notice the color variations. One's pink, one's red, and then they're actually covering also the ribbon. Looks like it's black, wide range. And then this right here is on the bottle itself. So this is a design of a bottle. Do you guys see similarities between this right here? So here you go. Here's the actual bottle. You can see the design. So that was actually a subject of a trademark application and registered trademark, actually. So that's already been registered. So really fascinating. Take a look at this company if you're interested in seeing creative ways to protect your beverage company, your beverage brand, your packaging, your labeling. Let's take a look at this bottle here. So this is your Hennessy, but it's also covering the labeling on the bottle. Not covering color. Let's see if we can find that. Well, it looks like this one right here, I believe. I think if we searched around, it wouldn't take us too long to find that. I think this is the bottle right here. Looks like it. Yep, that's the bottle. And then this is also a really, really interesting mark because this is actually covering the packaging box that the bottle comes in. As you can see, there's a packaging, right? Trade dress for the packaging of goods. Moet Hennessy, check them out. Check out their trademark portfolio, especially if you guys have a beverage company or anything, any sort of business where your packaging, labeling is distinctive. So there you have it, the box, the way it opens up, and these are the various panels that you can see. Let's see what other cool marks we can find. Here's another mark on the bottle. This is the VSOP label. This is the VSOP label that we saw earlier right here. Here's Dom Perignon. This is sort of what sparked the episode, is all this champagne. So this is the shield, the famous shield that shows up right here on your Dom Perignon champagne bottle. So that's the actual registered mark. This is a really, really interesting mark right here that I'm going to show you guys. So this is actually a detail, a design that appears on labeling. So this is a wraparound bottle label. Let's see it's in actual use. If you want to see it in use, you can look at TSDR, click on documents, and then check out the specimen that was submitted. And as you can see, there you have it. There's the wraparound. It's kind of hard to see, but that wraparound design, the star in the middle, this is a wraparound label that wraps around the entire bottle, and it's right here. This is an example of it right here. So there's your star. Let's check out what other marks they have. Here's another cool one right here. So, okay, so this is the label, this is the shield, but this is another fine detail that appears on the labeling. Let's take a look at what specimen they submitted for this one. This is an old mark from 2004. So here it is right here. It's the star design. So it's a comet star design. Here's another bottle, white bottle with a black label on it. Here's another bottle right here. So it's a configuration for a thin neck and a triangular-like body with sides that curve inward, then outward toward the bottom. We could check out the bottle that was actually submitted as a specimen. Again, these are older marks. This is from 2008. There you have it right here. And I think this is actually one that we saw right here. So really, really cool. It's cool to do this analysis to see how a huge beverage distributor such as this uses trademark law to protect their labeling, their bottles, their trade dress for the packages that the bottles come in, the fine designs that appear on the bottles themselves. I haven't even gotten into word marks, but I mean, as you guys can see, all these word marks are protected. Moet, Dom Perignon. What I also think is cool is that they filed trademarks on the fine designs that also appear on the bottles. And that's kind of what I've been showing you guys. This is another great example. Let's take a look at the specimen for this one. So this is the Hennessy logo, the actual design. And then here's another one. So this is the outside label. Let's take a look at the specimen. There you have it. So this is the outline, right? So not only do they protect the labels with all the text on it, but they also protect the label with the design and no text at all. So again, really, really creative use of trademark law. Again, they have all these word marks. We didn't look at this one, but this is also just an outline of the shield for the Dom Perignon without the actual text on the label. So again, if you're interested, I would definitely would study up their trademarks just to see how they go about using trademark law to protect all the various aspects of their goods, from the bottles to the labels to the designs that appear on the bottles. So there you have it. So again, this is Moet Hennessy. These are the marks that we didn't look at all the marks. A lot of these are word marks, but I mean, as you can see, all the various brand names that they use for their beverages, they have trademarks on. Bottles and Bubbles, Hennessy Artistry, Wild Rabbit, Smoke Tree. They have a lot of different word marks in addition to these, what I think are pretty cool designs that cover their labels, the designs on their labels, the actual bottles. Super creative use of trademark law to protect their trade dress. Let's take a look at this specimen. This is the last one I think we'll look at. So there's the label right there, and you can see subject of this trademark application right here. So that is Moet Hennessy. Thanks so much for watching.